What separates successful people and non-successful people? I mean, we hear all these things all the time. Do this, do that, wake up early, journal, eat right, exercise, blah, blah, blah. It's all great in theory, but do these people have time to do it? Do they actually do it? My opinion is, it all depends. The one thing that separates the successful people to the non-successful people is that the successful people do the uncomfortable thing. They do the thing that we know we should do. You hear that voice thinking, oh, I could go to the gym. I want to lose weight. I could go to the gym, but, not today. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, not today. I'll do it tomorrow. And always have an excuse. Successful people never have an excuse. There's two choices and they always choose the right one. And we know what to do, but we choose not to do it. But today, I'm Kiera Chaplin, and I'm going to tell you what I think is the most important things to be successful. And these are the things that I try and keep in mind and I try and do for myself. And, every day can be a struggle and it's practice, but like with everything, practice makes perfect. And if you keep following through, it becomes second nature and you get rid of your bad habits and then you start doing them automatically without even thinking. And that's when the discipline becomes normal and that becomes freedom and you get to be who you truly want to be and who you can be, and you just do it. So my number one recommendation is learn to say no. Sounds easy, right? But it is so easy to want to be nice, to want to be liked, to want to please people all the time. And I know I'm very guilty of that. And I put other people's needs in front of mine. And then I end up saying yes to everybody. And then I put my own needs aside and my projects take a back seat. You might go out with friends. You might help somebody do this, blah, blah, blah. And it all adds up. And then what? You are 2 weeks, 3 weeks behind your project that you want to do. And it's just because you're making everybody happy but yourself. So learn to say no. This has been incredible for me. And I've learned to say no, take a step back and not be afraid to work on my stuff on my own time and take my project seriously and be like, no, sorry guys, I can't do this because I have to do this. And I believe in my project. Second point. That brings me to, you can say no and then you work on your project in silence. You don't need to give someone an explanation of why you don't want to do something. You're busy. That's it. You have something you're working on. You will let people know when it's the right time. And this is also super important because you don't want to go around telling one, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and you're still kind of figuring things out and you're trying things and maybe they're not really working out and because you're sharing them, people are giving their 2 cents and sometimes it can be very negative inputs that you don't need to hear until you've got it figured out. So work on it in silence until you're comfortable with sharing something concrete and once you feel a bit proud and you don't owe anything to anybody except yourself. So once you're feeling good about it, share it with your loved ones, share it with people who you think can give important feedback, but don't be afraid to work in silence. Brings me to point number 3, which I absolutely love. Don't be afraid to be different. I mean, it all comes down to that, right? Learn to say no, work in silence. You don't care what other people think. You are who you are. You have your dreams. You have your hopes. You see it. They might not see it, but they're going to see it one day because you're working at it. So don't be scared to be different. You know what? People who are the same, they never make any changes. They're followers. If you want to be successful at what you want to do, if you want to make your dreams come true, don't be scared to be different, to be yourself, to lead the way. And at the end of the day, it will just make you so much happier to be yourself, to have no apologies about who you are. And it is what it is. Take it or leave it, and I'm living my life, my dream, and everything else. Another great point that I found really helpful in learning all this is that you have to really visualize who it is you want to be. So let's say you want to be an athlete. So you have to tell yourself, okay, so I want to be an athlete. What does an athlete do? Goes to bed early. The athlete wakes up early, works out, eats healthy. What kind of clothes do they wear? You have to really think of anything. You want to be a strong businesswoman. How does she dress? How does she react to things? How does she do her hair? How does whatever it is, but whoever you want to be, really visualize that person, write it down, think about her daily habits, his or her daily habits, and just go over all the possible things, and then you copy it. Fake it till you make it. You just try your best every single day to be who you think, what would that person do, and you try and do what that person is, and then eventually it will start taking form and it will become a habit and you won't be even trying anymore. So that's a great one. And then this brings me to my final point, which is also an incredibly important point. Enjoy the process. You know, at the end of the day, it's not about where you end up. It's about enjoying the process. It's about doing things that make you happy. It's about learning. You're going to fail, and it's about picking yourself back up and knowing that failing is not the enemy. It's part of the process. It's part of growing. It's part of experience. Every time you get back up, you get stronger. And just enjoy it. Some people spend their whole lives never trying anything, never doing anything, and they just sit on their couch criticizing everybody. And I mean, that's so easy. I mean, I would rather be part of people trying to make the world a better place, changing the world, whatever, doing my best. I want to know, you know, when I'm old and about to go into the grave, that I tried and I did my best and I had fun while doing it. So that's it for me. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and please leave any comments and thoughts of what you think. What did I miss in these success, dream come true tips? Anyway, I'm Kiera Chaplin and I hope you enjoy this. See you soon.